What's up, guys? Do a little behind the scenes. I'm actually holding a GoPro. I don't even have any high-end microphone hooked to this thing, so this is going to be some garbage audio for you. We're over at Matt's house getting the boat ready. Got Ryan Cook over there. Matt putting down his exercise equipment because you're not seeing results at the moment. You ain't gonna see no results here, man. I just weighed in at 240, which is sad because I was like at 220 like a month ago. We're headed out to Kelsey Bass Ranch, so let's jump in the car and go. Geez, Matt, some beautiful country out here.
Yeah, see you around this Winnebago.
Oh man, a lot of dry grass, a lot of Winnebago. Oh, look here, someone's got some old cars and stuff left out. That's nice. Look at the cows already huddled up in the shade right there. They got the right. Ooh, I like that Toyota out there. We could piece that thing out.
Oh, there's going to be a racetrack here coming up.
Oh, yeah, racetrack's coming up? All right.
Up there, Frazier.
That is a beautiful redwood, Matt.
Yeah, you only get see those occasionally.
Those common out here?
Yeah, especially right in the middle of almond orchards.
Yeah.
Yeah, redwoods grow right in almond orchards a lot.
Guys, as I get out of the water, just remember the camera adds 10 pounds, okay? Don't judge me, guys.
All right, guys, remember, when you get out of the water, the camera adds 6 inches. So I don't want you guys to judge me, okay?
I'll put the wide angle lens on then.
Oh, I'm so exhausted from that fight, I might cramp up. Oh.
These couple of yahoos over here got a giant fish on, they say, floating around their life jacket. And we're out here trying to fish from the boat and can't catch nothing. Bye. No shortcuts, Matt. I'm tired of yelling.
Overrun.
Remember your first time, Matt? Yeah. I watched a couple YouTube videos on it. I'll pick it up. Just letting them eat it, you know.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the time that's key, you know, with the frog.
These guys swim too soon on these frog fish, man.
All right, guys, so we made it out to the ranch. Ryan with a frogfish that's choke rooskied. Now, Ryan, you're guiding out here, right?
I am.
Sweet. So, you guys want to come out to Kelsey Bass Ranch? Be a good idea to hit this man up out here. He's always out here. He's going to get you on him. It's a cool place to be. A cool little ride in here. And loaded with quality fish. Now, would you say that's about the average fish here?
I would say that is light average, Matt. Light average?
Light average, yeah. Light average?
Yeah, that's, what's that fish, 270?
Yeah, around there, yeah.
260, 270, that's light average. I'd say 275, 280 is your average fish, maybe 3-pounder.
Nice. Go, guys. Excuse me, sir. Not a giant, but we're still showing up here in the middle of the day. Magnum fluke on a 7/0 Mustad screw lock hook right there, big EWG. 7/0 hook, and look, that fish is not very big. Let's take a look how deep he got that. Yeah, no issue at all. So don't think you're going too big, and I'm going to show you something too with that Magnum fluke. You know, that's the hook's very fitting for a bait of that size. Don't run undersized hooks on, especially a Magnum fluke. You know, any flukes that you're trying to get to glide a long ways, make sure they're going at least halfway to 3/4 of the way throughout the body.
Good one? He's decent, he's not huge.
Double buzz fish. Bluegill, Matt? Looks like a big bluegill. Yeah. Bluegill on the double buzz?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's getting swung, watch yourself.
Yep, bring him on up.
Woo!
Got him. Ooh. Yeah, that's why I was holding on tight.
Okay, thank you. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Stop.
right.
Stop.
No. Look at that quick release.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the thing, you know. A lot of the time people don't know. If you can drop them on the deck and just let them flop out of the boat without putting your hands all over them, you know, it's better. Ugh. Look at that. That's support right there. That's support. Okay. Ryan, got him. Yes!
Hashtag,
you're probably wondering how I did that.
Hashtag teamwork.
I got Ryan to put the lift on that so I can get that fish. Get my hands on it. We don't want to be like Frazier over there. Just flopping them. Still
We do it all
not
out
huge,
here.
but I mean, you can see that clearly fits. Works.
The thing is, though, anywhere else you go on the mother lode right now, you're like, that's pretty decent fish, you know?
Yeah, the mother lode, yeah,
Aside
for
from
sure.
new Maloney's right now, you know?
Yeah, well, still, Maloney's can be tough.
Oh, it can, absolutely.
You know, so a lot of, people watching right now do not realize today's supposed to be 108 degrees.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But when it gets really hot, a lot of the time these fish don't really have a choice. They either have to bury in to the cover or under the structure or go out deep. A lot of the time they're not going to sit sparse to stuff, which is kind of nice because we're really picking in tight to all the structure and cover right now. Even though it's sun straight overhead, the size of my shadow is a quarter the size of my body. That's really going to pin them up tight to the stuff. Whether you get bit or not, you can fish with confidence really, really tight, and no chances are you're around them. Instead of fishing loose to stuff, throwing a few feet off, try to literally bump the structure or cover whenever possible.
There you go.
All that.
Frazier luck fishing.
So,
Look at the
look at this
head.
real quick, guys. Before we drift over, look over here, off my shoulder here. You see this sparse mat of pondweed, this yellow leaf right here? Matt was looking and targeting this outside stuff while Ryan and I are targeting the inside stuff in the lanes here. Threw the double buzz around it, and we all said, "Oh, splash!" Like as soon as it was getting near there, because it was so isolated. And that's exactly what Matt did. He cast it to the back side, and he mended his braid to the outside to where it actually kind of just traced the outside of that mat. And as soon as he got off the corner, it was getting away from that cover. Boom.
I just want to answer a question real quick
Yes.
about a trailer hook on a buzzbait. I say it's necessary. Nick says he doesn't like it.
I fish over a lot of weeds, not around the weeds.
Does that answer anything?
I mean, take a look. Show him.
Two of them.
Show him. You can show him.
It answers nothing. Look at this. Double hooked. The main hook got him and the trailer hook got him.
Yep.
And it. Look at this.
Jeez, and that fish is a catch and release fish. Got an old broken lip.
Look at that little skinny. That is not a typical fish for here.
Oh. Wonder why you're not getting bit, Ryan.
You know
Step
what?
it up.
Hey, if I don't catch another fish the rest of the day, I'm fishing against arguably two of the best sticks in California right now. Every bite I get is a bonus. You know what I mean? These guys are working hard. I'm working double hard. It's not important. We don't
You're
need to keep
working
track.
triple hard.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They got me down here on the bottom of the boat like some sort of third-class citizen.
Third look. Getting third look.
I thought you were guiding us today. I mean, that's,
I
that's
am,
your
I
job,
am.
really, right?
Yes,
I'm here to unhook fish, tie baits on, whatever they need. You know, you guys need a drink, you let me know. I'm your guy.
Ryan, am I working
got
this
you
bait
covered.
right?
What's that?
Am I working this bait right?
Yeah, you do it at this point. You're on your own, bud. You're on your
Hang
own.
with us, guys. We'll be right back.
Attention Northern California anglers, have you been to Boat Country in Ripon with one of the largest selections of aluminum boats in the valley from North River, Hughescraft, and Crestliner? Chances are they have the right boat for you. And they also have a full-on service center to take care of all your maintenance or repair needs. If you're a boat owner or just looking to become one, you owe it to yourself to check these guys out. Visit BoatCountryUSA.com or stop on by. We'll see you there.
Absolutely smoked that thing. Look at that Spotopotamus, man.
Big one, real big one.
Yeah, God, choked it, dude, choked it. Look at that. Yeah, I want that headbang. Come on. Hey guys, Nick the Informative Fisherman here, and when it comes to my hooks, I demand superior craftsmanship, innovative design, and proven success. And that's why I've chose to partner with Mustad Fishing Hooks. With over 180 years in the business, you can't go wrong. So if you don't want to risk losing a big one, I suggest you do the right thing.
I got one too.
Oh, double!
Double.
Dip!
Good one too.
Mine's a little one. Oh, actually, mine's not bad. It's not a bad thing. Oh, yeah!
Get him up.
Damn!
Double dip!
Celebration cannonball!
Hey, little bass bump there, Frazier.
That's how you do
Get
it.
the hook out of my finger. We got chaos. We got straight chaos.
Little bass bump. What?
hold on, let me
Cheers,
release those.
fellas.
Yeah.
Kelsey Bass Ranch. That little bass pup.
Taking credit for other people's fish. Woo!
That's a decent one. That's a decent fish.
Oh yeah.
She is strong, dude. That's all fish right there. Oh, yo, that's ugly.
Oh yeah!
I got 8-pound test, guys, so I'm just babying her.
Oh, you want me to get in and land it?
No, I got her. Get in and land it. I love it.
So I should come up like a Goliath grouper.
Oh, this is ugly right here, boys. Come here.
This ain't his 6th time, folks. There
It is my 7th, though.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Woo! Right in!
See, guys, you watch enough informing and fisherman fishing videos, you learn how to land fish like that.
And why don't you tell us what that was on? Show that beauty. Let's put her in the box.
It's called an 8-inch Huddleston. You guys heard of them?
Probably heard of it.
That is, guys, old school. Very, very old school. Very, very basic.
Weighted wacky.
Weighted wacky head. 5-inch Cinco. Always catches them anywhere you go.
Little. Oh. I didn't catch one.
Nope. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Is that one of those famous Frazier fish up in here?
Oh my
This
goodness.
is actually one of the rare ones at Kelsey. So, this fish, Mr. Double Buzz, he ain't big, but I came back and swooped him on that Magnum fluke. And I'm gonna show you guys something as soon as I can get this fish off. Yeah, the rod I'm throwing this on, it's a 7'6" reaction stick. This is the Sticks reaction stick. And I designed this for big crank-in, rattle traps, weightless swim baits, and it's a moderate fast taper, and it's a 7'6", so you can launch lighter stuff out there a long ways. And one of the tendencies is when you have a bigger plastic is setting the hook too soon. And if you're like me, I can't help it but swing for the fence as soon as something grabs. Having a little bit more moderate action in your rod kind of gives the fish a little bit more time to turn away with it before that hook drills him instead of popping it out of his mouth immediately. Oh yeah! Buzz fish! There's a better fish. Moist!
Another one like a duck.
And another one down.
Solid 2 and 4 pounds. Yeah, still a good one. Oh yeah.
Well, he's wrapped so hard. Nope.
That's crazy.
I can't tell how big. I don't know. Honestly. Not a bad fish. Sorry, Matt, I just got your boat all saladed up. Shows you what we're coming through, guys. No risk, no reward, as Obedy would say.
All right, guys, so Ryan and I are having a PFD fish off. If you stick your legs through the armholes and the back behind your back, you can just sit on them like a seat. You can finesse fish just fine.
Essentially, you got a float tube for 20 bucks.
Yeah. If you guys want to go on one of these float trips here at Kelsey Bass Ranch, hit up Ryan. They're 75 cents a day.
Yeah.
PFD rentals. And everything else after that is
Or you can bring your own PFD and
$1,500.
save the 75 cents. It's
yeah,
up to you.
Up to you. Bring your own. Yeah.
We get it all done.
Brighter colors preferable.
Well, depends on where the sun's at.
I just lost a fish hanging from the back of the boat. And then Ryan mentioned this idea. What is that?
Bluegill!
Yeah! Yeah! Victory is mine!
That is the perfect first fish for you guys to catch doing that.
Yes! It's a red ear. This, now look close, this is a hybrid. You see the little red flake behind his gill plate?
I do. I see that.
Yep, hybrid. Look right through the neck.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even get him in the mouth. That was dope. You suck, Ryan.
We never said it had to be a bass. We never said it had to be a bass. That's my bad
So
on that.
I'm 50% to victory. If I catch another...
I ate down, I was coming up grass, but I was going towards you. I couldn't tell.
If I get another panfish, that's an even one.
Oh! Got it! Oh! Come on! Get over here. Big one, dude! It's a big one! These couple of yahoos over here got a got a giant fish on, they say, floating around their life jacket. And we're out here trying to fish from a boat and can't catch nothing.
It's a good one, dude. Yep. On the freaking Ned rig.
On the Ned rig.
On the Ned rig.
Oh yeah.
Solid one. Yeah, I got you. Want to get him? Yep, I'll grab him.
Oh, look at
$20 life jacket, $50,000 bass boat.
that. Here, hold on.
That just happened. That just happened.
Oh, that's awesome. Here you go. 1, 2, 3.
Drink a beer to that.
I don't know how long I've been saying that. You got to put a life vest around your legs.
Guys, as I get out of the water, just remember the camera adds 10 pounds, okay? Don't judge me, guys. That was awesome.
All right, guys, remember, when you get out of the water, the camera adds 6 inches. So I don't want you guys to judge me, okay?
I'll put the wide angle lens on then.
Just warning you guys, that
I'm
water's
so
real warm,
exhausted
so
from
here.
that fight, I might cramp up. Oh. Woo! Oh, my thighs are showing.
Pull it up, I'm like, okay, you got another bluegill. And I'm like, eating grass? 533 on this one.
It's growing. Yeah, it's growing. He's down in the shiznit. So one of the things, guys, when a fish buries itself into the weeds like this, what you do is just hold a tight line and come over the top of them. Don't try to wrench them out. The fish wants to get out there as much as you want to get them, you know, out of the heavy stuff. If you get over the top of them and just keep steady pressure, a lot of the time the fish will work itself back out. You can see the weeds coming up like this. I don't know if that fish is even in there. Ryan's gonna reach in there for him. I mean, he ain't wallowing, he's still on there. Is there a fish in there?
There is.
Look at that.
Well, it's a half a fish.
Needle in a haystack.
So it's 107 degrees today, first of all. One of the reasons we went in the water. Second reason, these fish out here, especially when it gets hot at Kelsey, they go in little feeding windows. You'll have usually in the course of a full fishing day, let's talk daylight till dark.
Okay, let's talk.
What's that? Daylight till dark. You're gonna have usually 4 to 5, maybe 6 good feeding windows. And they may last anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, depending on the day.
In our case, 3.
In our case, 3. The reason we went out there and just kind of screwed around, had a good time, you know, cooled off, was the fish weren't biting for about a good half hour. And usually out here from, I'd say, what time is it exactly right now?
Probably 5:30, 6.
For probably 5:30, 6 o'clock. That 4 to like 6 o'clock window is usually really, really tough. And I was telling them that, so it was just a good time to get out there. Now we're out here, we're gonna hit all the high percentage stuff. The next, we got probably hour and a half, 2 hours left, probably 2 hours left. We fully expect to be getting bit. We fully expect to find some good fish. So we're gonna go run everything we can, all the stuff we've caught fish on, and we're gonna just go hit everything that we can, like I said, high percentage stuff. So
Let's give him a little secret real quick, Ryan.
what's
If
the
you look
secret?
at Ryan's shadow out in the water behind us, guys, you'll see, it's probably hard for you to make out right now, but you'll see that it's almost 3 times the length of our body. And I generally tell people in the morning, once your shadow's the length of your body, to start putting down your shallow water stuff or your top waters, unless you're tight to cover. In the evening, I like it to stretch out a little bit more. 2.5 to 3 times the length of your body is a great time to pick up that top water and start moving shallow again. The basis for waiting a little bit longer in the evening is the water's warmed up progressively throughout the day. So they're not gonna do it as fast as they would in the morning. So good little rule of thumb. Your shadow's the length of your body in the morning. You probably want to put down the top water or fish tighter to the cover or fish over cover with a frog. In the evening, you want to pick up your top waters 2.5, 3 times the length of your body, your shadow. Great time to move shallow again. That's exactly what we did. That's why Ryan's got us back over here. And Matt motored us over here and he's got the popper going. It's about to get ugly.
And if we're looking at these 3 shadows here, mine is obviously the thinnest one, just so you know the shadow he was talking about.
I guess you probably noticed, I've been throwing this a lot today and you've probably seen a few fish with it coming in, and I know Nick's mentioned it a few times. The reason why I went to a double buzz is because we've been throwing a frog around all this crazy cover all day. And we've gotten a few blow-ups here and there. We've noticed that the fish are kind of sitting in the lanes outside of the grass on the edges. And this is a phenomenal bait to get bit by above average fish and even, you know, even numbers, because if that's where they're sitting, that's where they're gonna eat. And then, so also, this bait may not be the most productive thing in the world in the midday, 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock, But that being said, I haven't put this thing down all day because during that time period, you may not get a lot of bites, but more than likely when you get bit on this during that time frame, it's going to be one of your better fish. And that's been proven all kinds of different bodies of water for me and all kinds of different top water, to be quite honest.
Delta, Maloney's, Comanche, didn't matter where you've gone with it.
Yeah, the bigger fish rose on it. You know, you could go through 2-hour lulls without a bite, but a lot of times the next fish was a 5 to 8 pounder. So it was, you know, if you're looking for a big kicker fish and you're wanting to go trophy hunt and you're not wanting to throw those big swim baits around and the big baits, a double buzz midday, a popper midday, even a walking bait midday.
Well, how many times, Matt, have you and I been out, okay? We're throwing the double buzz and we get a giant blow up and we're like, we've never seen a giant right here. And we go back the next day or that evening and end up catching that damn fish on something else.
Yep, absolutely.
All the time.
Absolutely.
The thing's a fish finder.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell the size of the fish generally.
Yep, absolutely. And if you fish it enough and cover enough water, when you're fishing this style bait, you're covering a ton of water. So you're going to come across areas that have fish that you never knew had fish. You're going to come across areas that have big fish that you never even knew had fish at all. And that happened to us a lot. You know, I did it at Comanche. We did it at New Maloney's. I've been fishing those lakes my whole entire life. And just as of recently, the last couple of years, we've kind of honed in on the fact that, you know, topwater during midday is a great way to catch a big fish. And we've caught a lot of big ones since then, doing it between me and a few buddies of mine, including Nick. So anyway, don't overlook the topwater midday, but also keep your eyes open when you're fishing mats and you're not getting bit punching and flipping and in the mat. Start fishing the outsides of the mats, the outsides of the grass, the deep part of the grass lines, the little pieces of floating vegetation out in the middle, all that stuff, you'll pull them off the edges, and that's a great way to get them.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, he's got both hooks. He's hooked us so good. Oh.
Well, he got it. Yeah, he did. Well, that's enough for me to throw it the rest of the night.
Yep. No, he's a little guy. Little guy. My bad. I don't know why I thought he was big when he came up. Hey. Now, which hook was that one on right there?
Camera's right behind you.
Where'd he go? Turn this thing around.
Oh! I forgot we're filming out here, guys. Kelsey Bass Ranch tang. About a 7. Ate that double buzzer though. Good one. On the pooper.
Oh!
That's a nice little pooper.
Oh, nice. Double hooked again.
Go get him.
Yep.
That's funny. We seen another fish bust.
Cast.
Matt was about to reel up and fire. Second his
Somebody
popper
hit that
lands.
right there.
Yeah, second his popper lands. Doosh.
Yeah. Down there. There, watch the popper. It's fluoro on it. It's light line. So.
Where's he at? I got him.
That's what I was fighting?
That's what you were fighting.
Oh my goodness.
Burying those weeds, man.
Got him? Yeah. He ate that Cinco, dude.
The swirls over there, Matt.
It came almost all the way down the bottom before he ate that thing, too. That's a nice fish. Not bad. Come here, baby. Not bad. That fish swirled on Matt's popper out there. Fired that 7-inch Cinco out. Fell about 5 foot and he smoked it. Solid fish.
Oh, yeah. Is it a big one? Yeah. That's a big one, boys.
Stay on it.
That's a big one.
Like a net big one?
Yeah, that's a big one. Oh, look at him. Oh, he spit it. No. No.
Brutal.
There was a six pounder.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we just left Kelsey Bass Ranch. Really fun day out there. It was a really unique deal. It wasn't easy fishing, and I think a lot of people have this concept in the back of their mind that it's just insane fishing, and maybe sometimes it is. But today it definitely was. We had a full moon this evening that came up right around 8:45. So we showed up 11 noon, right around there. In the heat of the day, it was about a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, and I think that kind of worked to our favor. When that wind gave up in the mid-afternoon, it just got really, really tough. That's when Ryan and I thought it would be fun to finesse fish and float around. I got lucky and stuck that big one. I knew she was sitting right there, so it wasn't luck. But Matt stuck to the double buzz a lot right at the end of the day throwing the popper. And right away Matt figured out it was the pause on the popper. He threw it right up to the sparse grass patches, right where right in between the lanes of them or off to the side. He'd throw the popper up there, hit it once pretty hard, and just let it settle down. One thing Ryan and I noticed is that the bigger double buzz later in the day, once it got slicker, the fish would roll on it, but they didn't really want to grab it. During the day, that light chop seemed to be the better deal. I threw a big wake bait, a slammer, and I got no love on that. I threw the fluke at nighttime. I started getting a little bit queasy. I think I was coughing too hard from my allergies, but I was sitting down throwing the fluke. I didn't really get it going, but Matt dialed him in and lost that big one right there at the last minute. So Ryan, for you, if you were to come back here tomorrow, like you are with your clients, I know, what approach would you take tomorrow? Well, basing of adjustments of what we've learned today.
So it's going to be a little bit different bite because we're coming out in the morning. So tomorrow I'm going to start off like I do every morning when the water's above 64 degrees, throwing topwater. We're going to give that topwater bite a good shot first hour of the morning. Hopefully keep it going. If we can get a bite every 30 minutes on topwater, we're going to keep throwing it. Otherwise, I'm going to immediately go to that deeper grass. I'm going to fish those outside grass lines. Slow down if we have to. We'll try to keep moving fast, throw some reaction baits. But today the fish were biting pretty good. They were willing to chase. A lot of times once that sun gets up first thing in the morning, they won't get aggressive again until the afternoon. So it all depends on how tomorrow goes. But start off fast throwing topwater, slow down as we need to, and downsize. I don't ever go real small out there, but as you saw today, I mean, hey, what is that, a 3-inch bait? Caught the biggest fish of the day.
Sometimes in the dead of summer, believe it or not, usually, in my opinion, a Ned rig's really good below 50 degrees and really good above the water's 80 degrees. And we're probably close to 80 degree water. It has to be close to there. In some spots, it was probably warmer than 80. But that's generally a rule of thumb. Out in between those windows, I don't fish the Ned rig. I figure when the water gets warm, they get sluggish. It's a good time to fish it. When they get cold and they get sluggish, it's a good time to fish it. Now, Matt, if you were going to come back here tomorrow, what adjustments would you have made?
I mean, with the same conditions as Ryan in the morning?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're after. I mean, Ryan's got a little different motive. His motive is to get some fish in the boat and make make an enjoyable trip for a client. I'm going to be more on the side of I want to see a 7, 8, 9 pounder in the boat because I've lost 2 or 3 of them. I've lost 2 or 3 of them from this place in the last 2 trips, and I seem to get the 4.5 pounders in the boat, but the 7s and 8s are eluding me. They're getting on the hook, but I'm not getting to the boat.
So you would stay big?
I'd stay big, yeah, absolutely. And I'd stay, you know what? When there's a little ripple on the water, it seemed like the double buzz was really dominant.
Once I laid down, though, that went away. Double buzz,
because we had 3 people in the boat today, I wasn't switching around a lot. I was trying to get a big bite while they were kind of doing other things. And, if I was by myself, I'd be double buzz bait, chatter bait, because it seemed like midday they wanted to eat something on a reaction. It had to be right in their face and moving.
Yep.
And then when the fish started roaming a little bit, getting out away from the edge of those mats, start getting out off into the main body of water, that popper really lit it up right there in the last hour because they were roaming and looking to eat a little bit, and it was a little different bite. They were out there roaming and looking up, so the popper slower, pausing.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely what I would do is be ready with the popper. They seem to like the popper here a lot. I would throw the frog tighter to the bank. We didn't get any frog strikes way off, and we only got frog strikes in the snot. Not anywhere near the leafy vegetation at all, only in the snot. Fishing out deeper, finesse fishing, there was definitely some big fish out deep. I may give that a little bit more time in the lull of the day. But, hopefully these tips helped you out, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. InformativeFisherman.com. Check out Ryan. Make sure to follow Matt here. I always put the links in the video, guys, and go catch some more fish. We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
She loves me so, and this I know for sure. And by does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door.